Hey Diamond, this is my restart because it was dragging out, and here's my rant about my Friday. Okay, so um, where I'm gonna start off. We were in reading class playing Book Kit. Okay, if you don't know, it's spelled B-L-O-O-K-E-T, but they say it's pronounced Blue Kit. We just call it Book It because it makes it so much easier. But I love reading, okay? I love it. Time, literally infinity, okay? But the thing is, let me start off. We had 3 tests that day, okay? So we were already a nervous wreck, okay? Especially me, bro. I get nervous really easily, so like, So we were already a nervous wreck, okay? So we were playing Book It, and people were being a little too loud, okay? So can I just say, we'll call the teacher Miss Reading. And you know what? It's like, she's really sweet, okay? She wasn't my first grade teacher, but she stepped in while my teacher was pregnant, okay? So I've known her since first grade. And the thing is, she was already mad, okay? Like, she was already really mad because someone put an appropriate name. We'll call him S. So she was mad, and the vice principal came in, and there was people talking, and that's embarrassing. I mean, why are you talking when the vice principal's in here? I mean, so girl was mad, and you know what? I understand why. I would be mad too. But so they kept talking. She kept asking nicely, "Can you guys quiet down? Can you guys quiet down?" And then they were being quiet. Okay. So she shut off Book It, and she made us grab a piece of paper, and she told us if we don't write a paragraph in an hour about why it's important to follow directions, then we'll have to walk a lap outside, okay? And so what she was doing, she was trying to distract us to prove her point, okay? And and we had about 5 minutes until we switched classes. So we were already over here. We were just stressing. And so she was doing the instructions and all that. She said, I don't have her paper in my hand, then you're also gonna walk a lap, okay? You wanna know what she did? She ripped the papers in our face, okay? She wasn't right in her face, but we could see, okay? So she ripped our papers and then threw them away, okay? So, I was over there about to cry, just from her saying we have to write, and with the amount of time we have. And then you have one of my friends crying, and then the rest of my friends are about to cry too. So we were all over there, we were just there. We were like, why? Hello? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? But girl was just trying to prove her point. So Why'd you throw this away? When you know my question? I was like this. Oh! But so she threw the papers away, and we were confused because she told us to write it. So, and we only have 5 minutes. So, like, yeah, we were just there confused. And then she said, well, I don't have papers in my hand. And we were, everybody, you know what, let me just draw their faces. Even though I can show my face, I'm just going to draw it, okay? So, you looked over, all our faces were, and then one of my friends was over there crying because they were over there stressing. Like, why wouldn't you? You know, because, come on. Her face was red and everything. It was crazy. And then she was doing all of that just to prove a point, bro. So I was over there mad, bro. I think we all were, okay? Because why wouldn't we be? If we were upset and all that. So she was saying that part. Okay, she didn't even say that, but that part was just to prove a point. Like, what the heck, bro? So I was over there like that, over here, about to cry, but angry at the same time. I was everything, bro. Huh. So, over here stressing, and yeah, so she threw it away, okay, and then she was saying, and now you guys have 2 laps, okay, and then, sorry, I'm trying to trying to keep it as accurate as I can. So yeah, so she said you guys have 2 laps, and she said, well, one. So everybody gasped. They were, what? Someone literally went, what? And too many cheats, but you were still a traitor. But yeah, so we were all confused, and she was like because one of them is because you guys were talking when our vice principal was in here. So, okay. I already expected that, okay? And then she was like, the other lap is for, not following directions. And so we go into science, our next block. So the teachers, she's really not in this story, but my friend was making me so mad. I love her to death, but girl, she was talking rude, and I told her, "Oh, can you fix that?" And the thing is, I let her use. Make this clear. I let her use. Sorry, this is making me mad talking about it. But I let her use my highlighters. Mine, okay? Not mine. But mine. Okay? Want to make that clear. And I was using my blue highlighter and my blue color pencil, which They looked like they were two different blues. But it was like me riding on top of this, okay? It's just blue on top of blue. I asked her if we could switch. She literally said, I like warm colors. What do you mean you like warm colors? I mean, the regular yellow highlighter is a warm color, so why can't you use that? Ugh. Love her. If you're watching this, I love you, but like, So, she wasn't, so I was already mad, okay? And then she was talking rude, and I told her to stop talking rude. We'll call this girl B. She was like, did they say evaporation or condensation? And then my friend, she went, they did, what was it? They did evaporation. Saying it rudely, and like, that is not cool, okay? Not even one thing about that is cool. It's just not cool. It's not cool. Like, she was asking a simple question. And I told her that. I said, she was just asking, so please don't sound rude. Me over here being nice. And she literally said, and she said, I wasn't being rude. And then a couple minutes later, she's like, sorry guys, I was overwhelmed. Like, ma'am, you were fine at lunch. You weren't overwhelmed. And lunch is literally crazy, okay? Everyone's at a level 10, okay? And they're loud on top of that. And then you just hear people screaming. You have the friend I'm talking about in this over there saying 6-7, and then you could hear some people saying 41, and you hear people saying 21. So, see, that's a lot writing all of that, okay? It's not even a level 10 anymore, bro. This is a level 100, okay? So, what do you mean you were stressed? Because you were being loud in the lunchroom. Can you make it make sense? Okay. So mad. So just doesn't make sense, but like not one bit of any of that makes sense, okay? You're probably watching this and you're like, what? Huh? Who? Probably over here as confused as I was with this whole situation. I mean, I was over here like crying, like about to cry. But yeah. So that was my Friday. And I'm gonna go to the week happy, and I love you, Diamonds. I hope you guys are doing good, and I love you guys so much. So yeah, that was my Friday. Thank you, Diamonds, for watching. Please hit that subscribe and like button, and always shine bright like a diamond.